Today, we're going to talk about a skill that is so simple, we often forget it even exists, but is so powerful, it can literally change the outcome of our decisions every single day. It's the wisdom of taking a pause, and we're going to see just how powerful it is through a quick story.
So let me ask you this. Have you ever fired off a text message or said something in the heat of the moment and just instantly felt that sinking feeling in your stomach? That sense of, oh, I wish I could take that back? Well, that's exactly what our story is about today, that trap of moving just a little too fast.
So, let's dive into this first part, the trap of haste, and meet our main character, who you might find a little familiar.
So say hello to Arif. He's a great guy, talented, hardworking, the kind of person you'd want on your team. But he has this one little weakness, a flaw that keeps tripping him up. He just acts too quickly.
And this isn't just a one-time thing for him. You know, when he gets angry, the words just fly out of his mouth. When he's excited, he jumps into decisions without a second thought. And when everything blows up, what's his go-to excuse? I didn't mean for this to happen. Sound familiar? It's the classic sign of someone who just isn't thinking about what comes next.
Well, in every story like this, there's always a turning point, right? For Arif, it's a mistake, a really costly one, where his habit of rushing finally catches up with him in a big, big way.
The instruction from his manager really couldn't have been simpler. It was crystal clear. One simple condition. Just wait for confirmation. That's it. Just wait.
But inside Arif's head, a totally different story is playing out. It's that voice of impatience, of overconfidence telling him, I got this. I already know what to do. He thinks his speed is better than his manager's caution.
And, well, you can probably guess what happened next. In his rush to be efficient, he skipped the one step that mattered. He sent the package off, and of course, the address was wrong.
But the real damage here wasn't just the package. Sure, the company lost money, and that's a problem you can see on a spreadsheet. But the much bigger loss, it was trust. And that's something you can't just buy back.
So after a mistake that big, something has to give. This is Arif's moment. This is the turning point, where he's finally forced to take a hard look in the mirror.
And I think we've all been here, right? Sitting alone, late at night, just replaying a mistake over and over in our heads. It's in those quiet moments, often when we feel ashamed or full of regret, that the biggest changes can happen. He's not blaming anyone else this time. He's finally looking at himself.
And then it hits him, this huge realization. For his whole life, he probably thought being fast was the same as being good at his job. But right here, he finally gets it. Speed without wisdom? That's just a faster way to get to the wrong destination.
So what does he do? He doesn't just sit around feeling bad. He actually decides to do something about it. He turns this painful lesson into a practical tool, a system to make sure he never makes that kind of mistake again.
And his new tool is just brilliant in its simplicity. It's the pause. Before he does anything, he forces himself to stop and ask 3 simple questions. First, is this the right time? Second, do I have all the information I need? And third, the big one, what could happen next?
Okay, so having a new plan is one thing, but the real test is seeing if it works under pressure, right? So let's see how Arif's new tool holds up in the real world.
And here it is, the perfect storm for the old Arif. A customer is yelling, making a scene, and blaming him for something that wasn't even his fault. I mean, this is exactly the kind of thing that would have made him snap before.
But the difference now, it's like night and day. The old Arif would have jumped right in, argued back, and made everything 10 times worse. But the new Arif, he pauses, he stays calm, and, this is the most important part, he just listens.
And just look at the results. His pause didn't just stop things from getting worse, it made everything better. The problem got solved without a fight. The customer actually calmed down and apologized. And his manager saw the whole thing and noticed how much he had grown. He didn't just solve a problem, he earned back respect.
So, in the end, Arif's reputation completely changed. He was no longer the fast guy, he became the thoughtful guy. And this definition really nails it, doesn't it? It's not about being slow, it's about showing careful consideration. It's about being deliberate.
So that's Arif's story. It's a great little journey. But now, let's bring this back to us, to you.
Here's the key thing to remember. We're often scared that pausing will make us seem slow or inefficient. But the truth is actually the complete opposite. A smart pause protects us from making those dumb, costly mistakes. It makes sure that when we finally do act, our actions are stronger and way more effective.
This really says it all, doesn't it? A single moment of thinking can save you from a lifetime of regrets.
The payoff for taking just 1 extra second is absolutely huge.
So I'll leave you with this question to think about. The next time you feel that pressure, that rush of anger or excitement, what are you going to do with your pause? Thanks for listening.